My name is Traill. I'm a professional astrologer. I came to start doing astrology when I was about 17 years old. A friend of mine had gone to California and he'd come back and he had told me that he could tell people how they could live their life and what they could do with their life. Well, I wasn't as much interested in that as when he told me that he could help people and tell them about their life. In other words, the past, the present, and the future. That's what I was interested in. So I said to him, hey, you got your first student. And he said, fine, because he needed the practice, all right? So he practiced on me, he did charts on me, he did charts on my kids. This was like a practice session for him. But while he was doing the practicing, he was teaching me at the same time. It was something that interested me so much because of the fact that I had gone through a difficult period in my life, in different segments of my life. It's just like they just showed up. So when I was a child, I almost passed away twice by sudden death, accidents. Then when I was a teenager, I also had a run-in with death. Then when I was a young adult and I got married, my marriage, I mean, you go into a marriage and you assume that things are going to be fine, but they aren't always that way. But the way that it happened and the way that things worked out was almost like it just completely had come out of the blue. It was like one day we're happy and the next day we're not. And these are things that I wanted to understand. These are things that I wanted to find out about. So by learning the science, because astrology is a science, it's a science and an art. By learning the science of astrology, I was able to delve into these things and to see where the timing was. What was happening in my life? What was happening in my astrology chart with respect to timing that caused these situations and circumstances to come into my life? I couldn't change them. They were there. But how I would have dealt with them perhaps would have been a whole different story had I known what exactly was going on. Brings me to present time. I have been an astrologer now for over 30 years. It is my passion because when I'm working with an individual, I'm able to help them see where they've been, where they are, and where they're going, exactly what I was looking for. And it enables them to empower themselves. I always look at people and I say, I'm not about empowering you, you're about empowering yourself. And how do we empower ourselves? We empower ourselves with knowledge.